Hello, my name is Barbara. I am a behavior tech, and today we're going to talk about experimental analysis of behavior. So Skinner started this experimental side of the analysis of behavior in 1938, and he introduced this concept, this idea of respondent and operant behavior. Responsive behavior is a reflexive behavior defined by Ivan Pavlov. So it's the idea that we have an antecedent stimulus and we have a response. Usually it is involuntary, is unlearned, is phylogenetic, and you will be born with that. Skinner, he wants to understand all the behaviors, not just the ones that is unlearned, not just the reflexive ones. So Skinner compared the behaviors that are involuntary and the behaviors that are voluntary. Skinner started to study and he understood and got some evidences showing that the behaviors would change less by the stimulus antecedent and more by the consequence. Skinner didn't plan that this whole idea would come to substitute the responsive behavior. He does believe in respondent behavior. However, if we understand the learned behavior, we could understand how the environment plays a role on learned behavior. So Skinner will create the operant behavior. Operant behavior are elicited by stimulus change that occurred before and this behavior in the past. So already happening this. So Skinner decided that this new approach, this operant behavior related to the changes on environment should be something different, should be something considered a new science. And then he created the experimental analysis of behavior. He started all his research through recording rates of behavior from rats, pigeon, and he wanted to demonstrate a controlled and standardized experiments. In the description, I left a video to demonstrate how Skinner would work with the pigeon and rats in laboratory. Another interesting thing that Skinner was discussing is that this change on behavior would not happen on a first trial. It will follow like 3-4 sessions for trials before the pigeon or rat actually understand the behavior and start with the changing behavior. Which means that the pigeon, the rats, they were actually able to learn a new behavior. Skinner then will create this very powerful field of experimentation. And he will demonstrate order and a reliable functional relation between the intervention, between the changes on the environment and the behavior. Skinner, colleagues, and the students will create then the principle of behavior that is the one that is still the main empirical foundation of ABA. This is all for today. Thank you for watching.